I'm just saying. So a lot of niggas confuse their skill set and their talent levels with their currency, and it's not. Like I had to tell a nigga one time, I offered him some money, and he was like, "Oh man, I can't even fuck with that." I said, "Okay, let me tell you something. If you come do this show, and I say you not going up, how many niggas gonna demand their money back?" That's your fucking value. If the show continues and no one gives a fuck, then what I'm paying you is generous. Right. Now, if I lose money because niggas is walking out like, oh man, these motherfuckers said so-and-so here. Now, we talking. But ain't nobody gonna give a fuck if you go up or not, bro. Like, let's keep it 100. So that's my thing. I'm not gonna side with people that think, oh, Cherie is doing a showcase and she got 800 niggas in the audience and she's shorting us money. And I'm not going to side with just because you doing whatever, you deserve this. Like, that's not how none of this shit works. So, like you said, it's a business.
Yeah, it's a business.
But what I don't like is like, if we agree to something and you short facts.
Right.
That's when I have the problem.
That's
so I'll lose money. If I promised you $1,000 and I made $200, I'm just -8. You're going to get your money.
Exactly. Yeah. So as long as that's happening, that's fine. Because I've had to tell promoters, y'all niggas don't never give us tips and bonuses, but if the crowd ain't what you think it is, y'all motherfucker quick to short us, but I get paid to be here. It's like McDonald's. If I come and we don't sell a single fucking burger patty, I still get paid for that time that I did when I was working there. It ain't contingent off the fries you sell, nigga.
Right.
I want to start off this video by saying huge shout out to the What's Funny Today show podcast. Listen, I appreciate all the information you're putting out there. People like me that study comedy, that value opinions of producers, comedians, all of the above. We really appreciate what you bring to the space, right? Especially black comedians, because urban, black, brown, we need this type of information put out there so individuals like me can learn and also comment on some of these things. So shout out to y'all. Wish y'all nothing but success. And I chose this specific clip because about a year ago, I'm on live because I love going on live. Back during that like 2001, 2002, it was a lot of opportunities for you to talk to some of your favorite comedians, right? And build relationships with them. This was the time. It was like a booming opportunity for you to get in the same rooms or build relationships with some of your favorite comedians. And I happened to be on live with two comedians. One was on the road with a legend in comedy. Okay, one was on the road with a legend. The other one, he's a good comic. He's traveled the country. He's worked with I'll just say he works with a comedy club that helped bring up certain people like Kevin Hart, Touré, so on and so forth. Is in Philadelphia. And they're in this room, right? And we're all laughing and joking because we give each other a hard time. We be like, you not funny, you suck, you ain't never been, well, they was talking about me, right? You've never done this, you've never done that, we've done this. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, I'm not there yet, but guess what, bitch? I'm going to get there, right? And another comedian / producer comes into the room, right? And he's like, hey, man, I would love for y'all to come down to Houston. We have a dope show that we run monthly, right? Where we're going to generate tons of people in the building, right? You'll be able to get in front of tons of people. You'll be able to network. And how much do you guys charge to come out? And the comedian that had been on the road with a headliner, an OG, a legend, he was like, my fee is $1,500. And I'll get my own flight, I'll get my own hotel, but my fee is $1,500. And the other comedian from Philadelphia was like, that's my rate too. That's roughly around the rate that I go, right? And then they proceeded to say, well, Dubs is around where you at. He'll do it. And I was like, hell yeah, I do it, right? Because I look at things differently. Have I put on shows where I made $1,500? Yes, I've produced shows where I've made that much. Have I put on shows where I've made less than that? Absolutely. I've done that as well, right? But I also understand that sometimes comedians think they're bigger than what they are. Some comedians think that they have a following when in reality, they don't, right? Because you went on a road with someone and you did well does not mean that if you go back to that same venue, they're going to come and see you. Like when you're on the road with someone, the draw is the headliner. You are the help. Regardless of how you look at it, you are supposed to help move the show along, do well, and set it up for said headliner. So fast forward a year later, and those two comedians, one, they still homies. I still fuck with them, but they're not making what they said that they charge. This is not what's happening because no one is coming to see them headline. So that $1,500 has moved down to $500, right? So I get when you're doing something, you want to be able to set the bar high, right? If you have the budget to pay me this amount of money, absolutely, I'm going to ask for the most. But the question is, can you sell tickets? I look at it like this, right? No matter where you are in the pecking order, unless you are a headliner that when you pull up, people buy tickets in waves, in droves, right? That if that's the case, this is not for you. But if you come to a city and you're a headliner and you sell a goose egg amount of tickets, guess what? You shouldn't get paid shit because no one is there to see you. Some of those comedians feel like, well, it shouldn't matter if my name brings people. You're the promoter. It is your job to do that. And the answer to that question or to that statement is, this is not 1983, not 1997, not 2007. This is a different ball game, right? Your name should be attached to selling tickets. Now, if it's a business, right? If it's a well-established oiled machine, and no matter what happens, people are going to be there, absolutely, that's a different story. If you know every night they throw a show, or whenever they throw a show, 500 people are coming in. That's when you do your negotiations. How many people are going to be there? How much are tickets? So on and so forth. But if you don't know that, or you don't ask that, you should have to be able to bring your ego down a notch, right? I ended up doing the show, and the show had 150 plus people. I did the show again a couple of months later. It had 250 people. Then I did it again a couple of months later. And each time I sold tickets for people to come see me, and I kept all the money. That is an incentive for you as the comedian to help the business. I didn't give that money to them. I took that money home. But I think people, like those other comedians, are afraid to put to do the work. Nobody's coming to see you. So I say all of that to say this. If you are a comedian and you do not have a following, you don't deserve headliner money. You don't even deserve, you know what? Maybe feature money. That's $100. Maybe that, but that's about it. What do y'all think? Do you think that you should shoot for the stars and hope that you'll be able to keep going? Or sell some tickets, get your name up there, and then you get paid what you're just due? I holla. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.